Greetings to all. Just that the Haitian president, such a shocking news. Mes amis, I've shared the call-in link. If you have some information, feel free to. Okay, you have to bear with me. So, well, let me check that you can hear me first of all. En fait, ton des présidents Haïti mouri yo touye. Right now in America, well, in Florida, it's about 6 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. So when people will wake up, this, I'm not on point like I used to be. Works. If you have further information, feel free to let us know. I've shared sharing it again. But they said that it was a commando, and it was also said on the news that some of them, some of the assailants, were speaking Spanish. Can you imagine a president who gets killed in his own home? Now the situation in the country was bad already, and I hope we're not gonna see a lot of killings. There's going to be a regime change, most likely. Let me share this on Twitter. Might as well share it on Facebook as well. It's about the same, most likely. New York is 1 hour ahead. Than Florida. Okay. So it's 7 a.m. right now in New York and Florida. So some of you might have had the news already. And as a matter of fact, let me look for something real quick. It's not even a matter of the president is no longer in power. The president has fled. No, the president was killed. A lot of people wanted him to go, to leave the power. I don't even know if we will ever find out who was behind it. What's your take on this? I'm just sharing it. That's what I'm doing. So we have a dim server who wrote hi. We have game space who wrote it's crazy, man. Indeed, it is crazy. I mean, I was driving. I'm on my lunch break right now. I was driving, and um, it was the news, and it was just random news. And all of a sudden, it says, Haiti President Jovenel Moïse, and I thought they were going to talk about the situation, about the protesting, and he said he was. I was like, did I hear properly? So obviously, I did like most people do. I went on check. I went and check on news websites. Man, dang. So even the president is not safe in Haiti. The first lady is reported to have been injured, and apparently she's at the hospital. Now you have to forgive me, but I'm on my lunch break, so if you see me eating, don't feel like I don't give a damn. But Gregory Jones wrote, was he supported by the Haitians? Well, a lot of people wanted him to go. So overall, it did not appear to be popular. There was a lot of accusations of corruptions, but what's new? Worldwide, there's usually corruptions with governments, but I don't know what to say. The prime minister announced it. Go and see if I can have some updates. But so far, the reports just say that he was killed. Oh, I was muted. I was just reading the comments. they were on the screen, so you can read them. Games is asking what time it is in France. It is 20 past 1 p.m., of course. Where are you right now, guys? Game Space. What time is it where you at? All right. This is my brother Nesli Merat from the Bahamas. Ça passe, mon cher. Saisi. Mais c'est les moments, mais je ne pas qu'à joindre lui. Je connais tout le monde après lui. Tout le monde, tout côté. Est-ce que vous entendez des nouvelles là? Est-ce que ça vrai? So it was at 1 o'clock. I was speaking to the Creole, by the way, because Nesli Merat is as well. Yes, at 1 a.m., they came in his private home and killed him. His wife critically was injured. And they keep reporting that there were foreign people, and some of them speaking Spanish. Nesli Merat,
Oh man,
what's
hey
up, man?
brother. Oh man,
What the news, man?
wake up early this morning to this type of news, man. It's crazy. It's
Once
crazy.
again, I'm sorry to everybody. You see me eating. It's my lunch break. I have to resume work, so I don't want nobody to feel like I don't care. I'm just eating like I don't care. I don't usually eat when I'm live streaming.
Yeah, I already figured that out. That you probably was on a lunch break or some sort. Oh man, it's crazy, bro. I wake up to this. Saw some messages from a friend in the states and a missed phone call from someone and another friend before I could finish read everything. Another friend sent me a voice note over WhatsApp, and I was listening to it while I'm on YouTube trying to confirm this news. And so I was like, okay, wow, it's crazy. Wow, man.
I mean, when that reporter announced it, I mean, like I was saying earlier, it was really talking about random news stuff going on in France. Then all of a sudden, talk about, you see, mentioned Haiti, Jovenel Moïse, and I really thought it was about to say, the talking about the protests and things been going on for the last few months. So
Yeah.
when he said he was killed in his home, I was like, you know, I was driving. I was like, did I really hear properly? Like, it's not the kind of news you hear. Like, maybe
Yeah.
the fact that he said it is home. If he was traveling, somewhere, but even the president in his own home. Dang.
Yeah, it's violence in a epic proportion now. Um, but it's this is something that is well organized. So to go to his home, you know, is either an opposition or it's probably it's whatever it is definitely politically politically motivated. I
Yeah,
would say
indeed,
obviously, you
indeed.
know.
Now,
Yeah.
is it from the from Haiti itself or from abroad? But
Yeah.
even if
Those are
it's
the
from abroad,
questions.
there's some participation from people in the country,
Yes,
and
to
you know,
allow that, because as the president, you would be thinking to yourself that he has like guards, around his home and stuff like that. But then, no, you telling me no one intercept him? Like, he's the president, man. He would be well protected, and
and
no one intercepted those guys. Like, it's crazy. I don't know what to make of it.
I'm glad you said that because I mean, I'm still processing the news, but indeed none of them's been caught. I'm like, it's such a bad look. Like it's sad that he died. A lot of people, unfortunately, would be happy at his passing. They wanted him to leave the power, and
Yeah.
you know, obviously, if he would have left the power, this wouldn't have happened. But as a president, you don't usually presidents just don't leave the power the power because some people are not happy.
You're
But
right.
they did not even call anybody, so it's a bad look for the country. It means like people can just come into the president's place, murk him, and bounce. I'm like, dang.
It's nuts. Yeah. Wow.
You know,
Yeah, that's, oh man.
even if there's some well-trained people, like the elite of some countries' military force, not even one of them was killed in the process. So you're
Yeah,
like,
not even
dang.
one. I mean,
Yeah,
it's insane. Like, if there is God there, if I come to find out that there was God there, which I know there is, then it falls back to what you just said, man. It's just not a good looking picture, man, because that right there is saying that, guys are not well trained, or they're not willing to put their lives on the line, to protect the president. So, I don't care how well trained these guys were. They had to get through some guards, and that would have raised some alarm for the president somewhere, somehow. That, he was being under attack. You would not hear this anywhere else, probably, in a developed country, like anywhere else. Basically, this is not an easy thing to do in the 21st century, to just assassinate a president.
it's true. You know, in recent times, in modern times, they flee their country. When they see it's no longer. I mean, the last case that I remember was Gaddafi was killed in his home country.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
know,
yeah. That was the last case that I could remember real. Like, in these modern time, like currently, those are the two cases that I could actually call on. You know, that are recent. You know, um, it's, man, it's crazy. Just
and
a lot of questions now.
yeah, and
Just a lot of
I mean,
questions.
I don't know what's up with the guards, and they haven't mentioned any guards being killed or even injured. They only mentioned the first
No.
lady being injured. So I'm like, I hope the guards were not just sleeping. It was 1 a.m. I mean, he had to have some security because of the situation of the country alone.
Yeah.
You know. Now you see, Manuel wrote he robbed people. If you rob people and you are politically weak, they're gonna try to get you. The guards were paid off.
Well, the guards. Well, okay. I mean, that's
I
a
mean, we don't know.
possibility.
That's conjecture. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
possibility. We cannot
that's a
rule anything out.
possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a possibility that his guards were in on it. That could be. But yeah, yeah. But I mean, the robbing people thing. I mean, no, to be a politician, you cannot be no saint for starters. So, that's something that comes with the territory. To be a politician, it comes with the territory. I'm not applauding any misdeeds of any leaders, or anywhere or anything, but they never perfect, man. They do stuff, you know. Yeah, all we could do at this time is guess, my friend. Yeah, that's all we could do, is
you're
just
right.
guess and speculate.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like I mean, a lot of people will think, some powerful former colonial power, and most likely people will think about America because it's next door.
Yeah.
But I don't see why they would have wanted him out because he's been there
You
for like the protest been going on for
for a while.
I think a good year.
Yeah.
So I don't see any change. But you know, I mean, unfortunately, when we don't have solid evidence, solid facts, then it's mainly going to be conjecture. People will
Yeah.
speculate. People will speculate.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
But
Yes, indeed.
it's a bad look. It's a bad look.
Yeah. One of the things that I thought I heard but was interesting, a rumor that I heard, uh, that the the people that came in to assassinate him, they said that there was some speaking good fluid English, there was some speaking Spanish or
Yeah, I
what's
heard
not.
about.
So
I heard
that's
they
the
said they
rumor
was
I
they were
heard.
speaking Spanish. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have a friend, a good friend of mine. He's from Congo, and he lives in England. As a matter of fact, when I heard the news on the radio, right after that, I looked at my phone again, and I saw a message on WhatsApp, and he just informed me. And then I sent him a message, and he sent me another one vocal message, and he said, he said like this might cause some situation with the Dominican Republic because it's a known fact that in the DR they haven't been treating Haitians very nicely. I mean, some Haitians, a few Haitians are living okay, but for the most part, and I guess maybe it's been better lately because you have some Haitians been there for so long. At one point, they even wanted to deport so many Haitians, and some of them are like, I was born here. I don't even speak Creole. All I know is this country. But there were reports back then, people being beheaded. I even saw a video where they cut someone's arm off. There are reports of them playing football with the severe head of Haitians. I mean, they were. I mean, even some. I've seen videos of dark skin Dominicans being mistreated, and they're always accused of something. Always accused of stealing. Always accused of mistreating a baby. There's always a reason why they're mistreated. But anyway, all that to say that I hope it's not going to happen, but that might fuel some speculations. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came in mind when I heard Spanish speaking. That's the first thing that come in mind. There's gonna be some serious hate right there,
Mm,
you know, because even if there wasn't even if they wasn't Dominican, it's gonna be the assumption that they were,
yeah.
you know. Yeah, it's gonna be
But
assumption.
at the end of the day, you can get people from damn near anywhere if they are handy and they're hungry. Some people will do anything. Some people will do
Yeah,
anything. More or less everybody have their price. So I mean,
yeah,
in America and worldwide, we see cases of people killing their partner, like their wife their wife or
for
their
insurance
husband,
money, it's crazy. Yeah,
exactly, and they've been living together for like 40 years and stuff. Like they're
yeah,
old and gray, and they want to be living it up with the insurance money for like a couple of years, or I don't know. But so if it's someone that is not from your family, and for those who speak Spanish, I mean, obviously not from your country, you get a paycheck. I mean, you get cash. It's just sad, man.
yeah,
It's such a bad look, man. I mean, at least if you would have heard, like we said earlier, that's one of the assailant or a couple of the assailant, got killed or captured, injured, and so. But it's like just went in, went out, and that's it. I'm like, damn, man.
yeah.
Oh
It's a
man.
clean getaway. I mean, this thing is done so clean.
And
It's
I
sad,
think
man.
that out of all the people who are planning to run, to become a president of Haiti. I think a few will change their mind. They'll be like, damn, man. No, people can just come in and murk me and bounce, and none of them get arrested. Damn.
Yeah, that's not a sexy look, man. That's gonna cut a lot of people's interest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's gonna
Now,
cut it's gonna cut some people's interest, man.
Anuket World Traveler wrote, "Who sent the assassins? We'll never know. We never know. As long
We
as you know,
don't know.
I mean, since they haven't been captured on the spot, I doubt that they ever be captured. And even if
Yeah,
they
that's
might
not.
not, they might not say who really sent them. They might just, say it's the population, whatever. But I really doubt they ever be captured. So we'll never
Yeah,
know. We'll never
never
know.
know, man. It's
I don't
nuts.
think that they really spoke or made conversation with the first lady. So if the first lady survives, we hear what she has to say. But it's just
Yeah,
messy. It's
and I
messy and
could
messy.
and I could almost assure anyone, man, they wasn't attending to allow her to survive. She just probably survived of sheer luck, of randomness.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, you know,
Obviously, the main
and
focus was the president,
yeah,
and
that's definitely the main focus.
I guess it was a killing squad. It was like we go for the president, and anybody there, if there's a cat or a dog, we put in the work for them too. And indeed,
Yeah,
they when they saw that the main target was eliminated, there's like we're not going to waste our time here. Try to look in every
yeah,
room. It's going to bounce.
man,
Yes, indeed,
it's
Sister
crazy.
Anuket, the wife survived so far. It's been reported that she's seriously injured, but she should survive. So I don't know if she'll be able to speak. I don't know if she will make it or she'll make it. Sad when your loved ones have to suffer because of your position.
Yeah, yeah, because being the first lady, all types of things come with the territory, which is being assassinated as well.
Indeed.
Very unfortunate, you know, very unfortunate, but it's part of it. You know, running the country and being, the most powerful person into the country, and everything else would come with the territory. This so being assassinated definitely is an option. It's not a pretty one, but it's something that you could expect.
And it's so sad because in France, like a couple of weeks ago, there's a white dude who slapped the president, the French president.
What?
So
You telling
yeah,
me President Macron
yeah, yeah,
gets
can look it
slapped
up.
from a dude? Holy
He slapped
smoke!
it, but that's like the worst you hear. You know,
What?
that's the worst you hear. You know,
Well,
yeah, he
I
slapped him.
remember, I remember, I remember when the guy tried to rush Donald Trump, but the Secret Service caught him before he can get to him. But my goodness, man, what?
Hmm.
Wow.
So
And that situation, I'm even thinking to myself, like, how did he even get that close to the president?
well, you see, um, the video is there. So if you type it, you'll see it on YouTube. But the
It's
president,
crazy.
was going places because next year there's going to be the elections.
Election,
He
right?
hasn't announced yet that he's going to run, but we presume he will because if he wasn't, he probably would have said no. I'm not going. I will not go for a second term. So and funny thing also, he was in like in a remote, countryside type of place, not far away from the center, far away from the capital,
Oh, okay.
and he decided he was in his car and he decided to just holler at the crowd. So
Yeah,
we can see him running towards the crowd and his security running behind him. So that was even that was a bad move for him because your security shouldn't be put on the spot
running
like that,
behind
you know.
him. Yeah,
And but they caught up with him. He started shaking like one or two hands. Then that dude held his hand his arm. He said something that it's not going to be easy to translate, but basically something we tired of Macron's ways, and he stopped him.
Yeah,
And I think from the video you can see that he tried to lean back, but he still got hit. We could hear the slap. So then
yeah.
they apprehended the dude. Now he was a white dude, of course, because black people don't do stuff like that. And
No,
he didn't get beat up because there's a French guy. He's a music producer, and he was in front of his music studio, of his recording studio. And it was a time where you had to wear the mask even in the street. Now we don't have to wear it in the street anymore. So I don't know if he was smoking. He was just in front of his studio. So when he saw the police, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go inside. But maybe they want to talk to him because he didn't have his mask. I don't know, but and they try to force his way. And we have the security camera. They beat the guy up so long, and he did his best because when he talked about the incident, he said, I did my best not to end up on the ground because I knew I would have died. So he was resisting, trying not to fall, and they beat him, beat him, beat him, beat him, and then they called for reinforcement, and he looked like a guerrilla scene. There were so many police, tear gas, and all that, but those damn police officers, they made a report talking about he dragged them inside and he started attacking them. You feel like they were the victims, and we all seen the videos. So they were first
yeah,
detained temporarily, but ultimately they were released because you know how it is. So we
yeah.
have a guy who was in front of a studio minding his business. He got beat up for so long. I mean, the video footage, is real messed up. But that dude, he slapped the French president, just pulled him to the side, handcuffed him, and took him away. You know what I'm saying?
And let me just assume, by the way, that that guy, that producer, was black.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, but yes, he's black. Yes.
Yeah, okay, okay. See, there's level to this thing. There's the white level and there's the black level. So he just falls into the black level. So that's it's very sad and unfortunate. But when you fall into that level, everything it's open season. Anything goes, man.
And the guy who slapped the French president, he got a suspended sentence. So I don't know if they call it like that in America, but it's a prison sentence, but you don't actually go to jail. If you do something,
You
you will
spend
go
it
to
at
jail.
home.
No,
Okay.
not at home, but I don't know if it's in England or in
Oh,
America
I
that they
I
call it.
understood. I understood exactly how you explain it. Okay, I understand now. So
Yeah,
any violations, he would be liable to go to jail for any minor
yeah, and
infractions.
and it, yeah, more or less, particularly if he does
Yeah,
the same kind of act. So
yeah,
I forgot if it's in America or in England that they call it suspending sentence, but that's what he had. But there's a lot of French guys, regardless of their background, whenever they had some situation with the police, like where they were accused of hitting the police, or if they did hit the police, they didn't get no suspending anything. They got the real jail time, even if it was not long. But that guy is
yeah.
the French president he slapped. It is what it is. I mean, I kind of went to something else. Now, Anuket
Yeah,
says that apparently in America you call it probation. Probably it might be that. And
yeah.
and you
Probation.
see,
Yeah, yeah.
Noir
That's what it
Manoir said
is.
that he saw the video of the guy who was beat up by the police, and he wrote, "Thank God he had that cam installed, because indeed, if he didn't have the cam, he would have got beat up by the police, and he would be in jail, and he would be fined." I mean, that's
Yeah,
crazy. And those police officers, they really deserve jail time because they try to, you know, on the false accusation, they wanted him to go to jail. But hey, but back to the president. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm gonna have to get back to work, but I just hope that
yeah.
whatever
We
change
may
will
have to do
happen in the
another
country.
segment on this when we get some further information. Probably you could do another live, and I'll join
Yeah,
you.
maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
Yeah,
Maybe when I finish work. You know,
I
I
will
mean,
be
yeah,
off for tonight, so I'll definitely join you.
yeah. But thanks a
Yeah,
lot for
I'll
calling,
join.
brother. It's been a long time. I mean, I haven't been live streaming for a good while, so it's good to hear from you, brother.
Yeah, man. Whatever time, like I got a chance to catch up with you. I do my best to always catch up and let us have some meaningful conversations. I
Yeah.
I love that. So it's always a pleasure. So go ahead, man, and return back to work, and we'll try to discuss this any further anytime when you get a chance to get online.
Yeah.
All
Thanks
right,
a lot,
brother.
brother. Thanks a lot.
All right, bro.
All right.
Later.
So, all the brothers and sisters who participate in the chat, thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. Like I said, I'm not live streaming. I haven't live streaming as I used to. Well, one of the reasons is that there's not much participation, so I cannot take so much time, and people are not really checking out for it. But as usual, I've been learning. I've been learning. I'm still learning, reading a lot, learning languages as usual. So, thank you for being there. And for those who are not subscribed to the channel, then make sure that you subscribe. Watch the video Kemet and Ma'at. It's not something that I'm selling. I'm just saying watch it. I don't want to, do any shameful plug. This is something free of charge. And you see how life is. So, whenever you can spend time with your loved ones, you might as well do so because we just never know. We just never know. I thought that as a president, it will be safer than that, because I mean, to some degree, everybody can be assassinated, but when it's someone important that has some security, some guards, then normally, put that in quotation, but normally some of the assailants have to 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 to, to get touched as well. And that way it happened like that. It's such a horrible look, man. Such a horrible look, man. Now, Alvin Henderson wrote he was robbing his people. He postponed elections. His gangs, he found it killed his people and his political opponents. He wasn't a man of his people. Well, that's another discussion. And to be honest, I'm of Haitian descent, but I was born in France, so I'm not too familiar with the politics in Haiti. You see, but I've heard a lot of that. I've heard that he was like some would say he was deep in the street. I've heard that he acquired a lot of land, um, not such in a nice manner. So but it's just a bad look for the country. It's best that there's a change of government without the president being murked like that and nobody's caught. You know, so I mean, it reminds me of Mali when a group of people came in with, I don't know if they, man, I don't want to say too much because some people will be offended. Some people are very sensitive, but you'll feel like 50 people came in and took over the capital, and France had to come to the rescue. So some of our countries look like, you can just get there, you get yourself a little team, a little squad, and you reach the highest instances of the country. But anyway, I really hope that it's not going to be major drama. I hope there's not going to be bloodbaths. We'll see how it goes. I'm just shocked, like most Haitians and other people who are not Haitians probably are. You don't expect this kind of news, not when the president is at home. So stay safe, people. Stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the next show, I will definitely holler back at you. Hotel.